I was going to go to sleep, but then I kept hearing Totoro, and I'm like, what the fuck is Totoro? And apparently it's some weird little anime creature. I don't know. But I was asked to come up here and do a Taurus reading. So here we are. Before we continue, I'm going to ask you to please click that like button. And if you're not going to click the like button, get the fuck off my channel, because the least you can do is click a like button. All right. Thank you for clicking the like button. Thank you for sharing these videos and subscribing. Now let's see what you need to know, Taurus. Three of Cups wants to come out, but we're not going to take it unless the card flips out by itself. Okay, Taurus, you have 24 hours to make a choice regarding someone you want to be with. And if you do not make this choice within 24 hours, whether you want to be with them or not, that choice will not be presented to you any longer. You already know that you want to be with a certain person, and it's time to make the move and communicate honestly without secrets or bullshit, or you're going to lose the person you have been contemplating and procrastinating about messaging. The universe is either bringing you two together or splitting you two apart. It's giving you the opportunity to make that choice. Do you want to continue with so-and-so or not? Because there's no more debating about it. There's no more researching. There's no more asking your guides. There's no more looking at card readings. If you want someone, quit wasting your fucking time, quit wasting their time, and make the move. If this is not about someone, then it's about something, a creative endeavor you want to be partaking in, that you have been procrastinating for far too long due to the fear of rejection and failure, due to past circumstances. So it's up to you, but you have 24 hours. And you're being asked to get the fuck out of your comfort zone and be a man or a woman. Boss up, man up, whatever, and make the move. If you don't, then the opportunity will not be there again. The confusion is over. You know who you want, and the path is open. So the advice is mixed in with the message here. If you want to work with someone, now is the time to communicate. Otherwise, that person is leaving. That opportunity is leaving. And the chance to create something with someone is leaving. Because there's only so much the universe is going to allow anybody to perpetually procrastinate. Something that the universe needs to be done with people coming together. And if you're not, taking initiative, you're betraying yourself and the universe and that other person. Silent mouths are not fed. Silent hearts are not heard. Silent wishes are not heard by others. God hears them, Source hears them, the Great Mother hears them, and they have you and that person in a waiting period so that you can make the move and communicate with whoever it is before it's over and someone else takes the place you would have had. Taurus, put down your fucking boundaries and go talk to the person you're in love with. If you're not going to do it, then that person you're in love with is going to be someone else's love of their life. Is the fear of you being rejected so much greater than the possibility of love you can have and feel? Are you truly that cowardly of a lion, lioness, Taurus, Aries, whatever you are, that you cannot communicate your emotional state because you're in the dark, or you're claiming to be in the dark in the age of light? How silly. Not knowing which way to go when you're in the age of light is just complete self-sabotage. Being given an opportunity to connect with someone that will never lie to you. They will always tell you the truth, whether it's painful or not. They will work with you. They will be honest with you. They will help you see things in a different way. They will help you move to better areas. They will nurture your children and grow empires with you. If there's sabotage in your life, they will walk away with you, or they will defend you from the sabotage. This is a real person that you could have in your corner. Why would you procrastinate that? Why would you let any kind of negative energy get in the way of you and the love of your life? What advice do you have for Taurus, please, regarding the situation that they're experiencing right now, which has led them to this video? And guys, if you haven't clicked that like button by now, please click it or close the video and go to another channel, because it's the least amount of effort you can put in to show that you care and that you appreciate the work being done. And if you cannot do that, then do not be here, because I'm not doing this work for the ungrateful. I'm doing this work for God's children. And if you're here to just take yourself on out of here. But if you're here for advice and all that stuff, then thank you for clicking that button. And thank you for taking the initiative in your life to make a choice for what you want, instead of taking the initiative to make excuses for what you want. You're being presented with this opportunity in the next 24 hours, no more, no less, from the time you click this video until it's the time you click this video the next day. So 24 hours from the time you click this video, this energy of this person and you are being held by the universe. If you want to be with so-and-so, then make the call. Because if you don't, someone else will. What advice do you have for Taurus, please? I find it strange that the Death card came out when I first asked what advice Taurus needs. It's a little strange, really, that the advice for you is transform, change. Double Six of Swords. If you've improved, they've improved. Here's the Lovers again. If they've improved, you've improved, right? If you haven't, don't bring anyone else down to your level. If you have improved, don't judge someone else for not improving as much as you have. And if the person you're in love with or secretly in love with, that you're kind of stalking and not really letting them know that you love them, but you're like loving them from far away and you're like, oh, I'll never be able to have that person. Okay, well, that's that energy you commit to yourself. Because the universe is here with double lovers and double six of swords, saying if you want this relationship, you have 24 hours to go and get it. To at least make an email, a phone call, a text message, some act that says, hey, I'd like to, put my name in the hat for this certain whatever. It's like applying for a job. If you want the job, you're going to have to apply for it, right? The job isn't just going to come and find you and be like, hey, do you want this job? No, the divine is connecting you to, or the divine will split its hands open and separate you two, because it's well beyond the time with both of these in reverse to make a move. You've been hiding under your boundaries. You've been covering yourself in false light, pretending that you have time. Well, the universe is telling you you don't have any more time. You have 24 hours. What are you going to do? Reconnect with the person that's constantly on your mind, that you see as your queen or king, that you see as your soulmate, no matter which way you're looking at things, that you really want to reach out to, that you really want to work with, that you're really sad without, but you're fucking silent about it. How does that make sense? If you see the clarity in the situation, why are you silent? It's self-sabotage on a cosmic level. Your soul, your higher self is urging you to make this move, to be with the person you want to be with. And all you've come up with is excuses, reasons to walk away, reasons to stay in your comfort zone and not make the move, reasons to constantly be like, oh, I need to keep learning more and more and more. Oh, I need to have more clarity. Oh, I need to ask more card readers. Like, it's so tragic. It's fucking tragic how immature people are in human relationships. If you love someone, then fucking love them. You are love, right? So when you love someone, you release more love into the world. If you're withholding that, what do you think you're doing to the tapestry of life? The universe is trying to bring two people together, and one of those two people is making excuses. Little petty childish excuses. But this happened and that happened and this happened and this happened and that happened. But why are you still thinking about it then? Oh, and then they did this and then they did that. But then why are you going back to them? Oh, but it's an ex and I don't want to go back to an ex and blah, blah, blah. But then why do you think of them like this? I don't get it. This came up in another video. I think it was the Leo video I did yesterday. It's like expecting your relationship to work based on how society runs their work. You guys see the world at large right now, right? Would you take relationship advice from anyone out there? I sure the fuck wouldn't. I wouldn't even take my own relationship advice. In my own relationships, I leave it up to God because I'm still learning. So if you're listening to someone else telling you what to do with your relationships, that when they're telling you don't talk to this person, they're an ex, leave them in the past. Don't go to that person, they're a whore. Don't talk to that person, they only do it for money. Don't talk to that person, they're too crazy. Like, are they dating that person, or do you want to be that person's king or queen? Because if you're one kind of crazy, the universe brings you your crazy match. And then you're sitting there like, but the oracle reader told me not to because it's an X and then Mercury is in Gatorade. Bitch. No, 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 no. When the universe brings this opportunity to you, you don't do this to it. Instead, you put your partner in that and you go together. You don't just sit there and say, no, I'm just going to take the kids and run. Okay, well, go do that if the situation calls for it. But if you're sitting there crying, whining, and being sad over the absence of someone, and the universe is like, here you go, they're right there. Just send a text message. Just make a comment. Just do whatever you can to communicate with them. Even if it's an email that says, hello, I'm really scared to talk to you right now. But instead, what do? Oh, I don't know what to do. Well, it's right there. You want to reconnect, right? You want to put those cups upside right side up again? What's the problem? What's the problem? Cowardice? Is that what you want to write on your tombstone and your Akashic records? That the universe gave you this, but you were busy with this. Oh, and then the child of creation itself was so in love with someone, and then woo 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 happened, and then they decided to never speak again because their mommy said you shouldn't date people like that. Okay, sure, whatever. If let me tell you this real bluntly and clearly, if I haven't already expressed it. If anyone in my life was taking so fucking long to talk to me and they felt love for me, I don't even want to hear from you. If you had to decide between me and someone else, I'm not even in the equation. Get the other person. If I'm even an option and not your number one choice, fuck off. Because I'm not going to be second fiddle or a kind of, oh, I'm going to wait, they're going to call. Let me wait 20 years. Boy, bye. I have empires to build. You want to come along for the ride? Guess what you're going to need to do? Either learn how to repair a building so that when I'm building the empire, you can do the maintenance work, or sit with me next to me on the throne as a fucking emperor. Otherwise, I don't want to deal with that shit of I don't know what to do yet. Nobody does. And if you're in that energy where you don't know if you should talk to somebody, just don't. Get them out of your mind and fucking move on. But if you can't, then maybe you should listen to your intuition and like communicate with people, you know? It's so redonkulous. Oh, but I'm drowning in my emotions. I don't know how to talk to this person. They're too much. Every time I talk to them, it's a lot of emotions. They're too far ahead. They're too far behind. They don't have enough money. They have too much money. They love me too much. They fear me too much. Blah, 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 blah. Do you love them? Do you think about them more than once a day? Do you feel warm inside when you think of them? Do you feel a sense of home with them? If you do, get out of that swamp and realize you're a lotus and go talk to that person. If you don't, let them be so another person can find their light through the wreckage you left. Because if you're not going to walk that narrow path with them while they're following their North Star, then you shouldn't be constantly following them, should you? Because someone else is meant to be hand in hand with them. Final advice for Taurus, please. 5 of Wands and 5 of Swords. Holy shit. For cards as advice. The Cowardly Lion finally reaching out. This poor person having to do all the shit on her own with all these fucking birds all around her, covering her and protecting her, the wisdom of the ages guarding and shielding this being. While the universe is trying to get this cowardly being to come and stand by this person And this person's like, I'm too scared. There's too much stuff in the way. It's too dark. Okay, well, maybe that was the point, so you could build courage. Because this person needs a warrior, not a kitty cat. And they don't need a warrior. They are a fucking warrior after everything they've been through. Raising a child on their own, or multiple children, or no children. Raising their own inner child on their own. Learning from all the pain and all the sorrow they went through and turning it into wisdom. And then their divine counterparts, and they're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm going to go this way. So these birds are going to lift this person up and out of there, and this lion isn't going to have any way to get up here anymore. 24 hours, Taurus. 24 hours.